Yellow.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What are you doing?
I'm sitting on the floor.
I see that. See that with your naked Rocky picture behind you, bro.
Yeah, you like that?
Not really. I'm never a Rocky fan.
What?
I liked Rocky. I liked
What?
Rocky 4. But yeah, it was what it was.
I don't know you right now, man.
So what's up, man? I was always mad they didn't make a fucking movie about a Mexican fighter.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what Creed 3 is gonna be about.
So I mean, where's the Cesar Chavez? Where's the fucking Oscar De La Hoya movie? I mean, at the end he's cross-dressing, but still.
Yeah.
How's my audio coming through?
I'm trying to adjust it. Yeah, I think you're louder than me, so.
Yeah, but that's usual.
Yeah. Of course. Oh man. What's up, man?
Dude, I ain't been doing.
I'm mad.
It's not that I ain't been doing shit, but I ain't been doing shit.
Yeah, but you got a lot of stuff going on, man. You got baseball.
I know,
and stuff
but it hasn't allowed me to do any of my shit. Like
prom yesterday. How'd that go?
Yeah. Oh, it was good. He went out and stuff. I rented him a car that was fucking like 150 and then 50, like an extra 50, so about $200.
I thought that was a Corvette or what?
It was a Camaro.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude got all dressed up. Sure he don't want me talking about it, but he went with his with a friend of his. It wasn't his. He had been with his girl for a long time, and I guess they're on a little break. So
we were on a break.
He just went with another friends. Yeah. But you, man, what have you been up to? We're gonna be in your neck of the woods this week. We play Clemens in baseball.
What day?
Tuesday we play at East Central, so probably Friday at Clemens.
Yeah, maybe I'll go.
Yeah, man. I'll be out there.
No production Friday.
You're probably it's a possibility of his last high school game, so you might see me cry a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the intro just because.
Okay, I have a fan on here. Is it coming through? Do you need me to turn it off? Am I too echoey in here?
No, you're all right, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What about the fan?
Can
you hear it?
It's fine.
All right.
Fine. 'Cause you're in the garage or what?
Yeah, I'm in the garage today.
'Cause I know it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, and the garage is fucking hot. But I have it just because I have my TV set up in here. Me kind of see if I could pick up my laptop and show you my garage a little bit.
Go get out.
Check me out.
Get down. I'm upstairs. I'm telling the dog to go back downstairs. They're not allowed upstairs.
That's all my garage is fucking used for right there.
Hey, there you go.
And then see his stuff back there, and then a little bit of junk. But eventually, I have their sports posters, of course, up. But eventually, I want to get me some nerdy shit to put up.
All right. Need some posters and banners and stuff to put up.
You got any Batman for me? Shit.
I'll be on the lookout. Yeah, I'm just gonna start. And I'm gonna save all this.
Yeah. You're gonna hit the intro?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm fucking ready.
This is crazy. Hey, life's a risk, carnal.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I do a great impression of a hot dog. Billy likes to drink soda.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack! Come on, seriously, who is that?
I only came here to do two things, man. Kick some ass and drink some beer. Looks like we're almost out of beer.
What's up, watchers? If we have any watchers left, right? This is Lucky, and with me as always is Little Joe. And this is Now Watch This, but we're not watching anything. Because we're trying to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah.
So, just to keep y'all up to date, I've been on a little hiatus because having some computer problems. Like my computer, the laptop I was using kind of crapped out. I don't know. It doesn't want to pick up any kind of Wi-Fi. So I don't know. It's screwed up. But so I was selling some stuff, and I got up to like $1,000, bro. And
Yeah.
And we had some unexpected things come up. So now my computer fund is back down to like $200.
Damn it.
But, I don't know. So now I'm not in my normal spot. I'm upstairs. I'm hardwired to the modem so I can get going. So, but we got to put out something for you guys.
Yeah. Well, at least here I can see your Rocky 3 poster, which I think you kept hidden from me because, you know, it's just Sylvester Stallone naked. And
so
yeah.
I have a Rocky Balboa. It was up here. It fell down.
Yeah.
It's back here.
Oh, you had 1, 2, and 3?
Well, I don't have a 1.
Oh,
because these ones are original. I can't get an original Rocky. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a reprint.
I mean, who knew it was gonna be that big back then? You know?
Yeah, but this is an original Rocky 2 and Rocky 3. I have a Rocky. No, I'm missing a Rocky 4. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm missing a couple of them. I have a Rocky Balboa and I have the 2 Creed posters.
Need a Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge.
Yeah, a Ghostbuster crossover.
I remember they had when on The Simpsons when Bart couldn't fucking count his Roman numerals, he's like Rocky 5 plus Rocky 2, Rocky 7. So what's up, man? What else have you been up to?
Man, just a lot of nothing, but I'm busy at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, dude, that's almost exactly what I was kind of telling you before we started recording here, man. It's like that's what I feel like I've been doing. It's been busy, but it's been also I don't feel like I'm getting anything done for. I'm not saying myself because we got the house and everything going, but like I haven't done anything. It's been all work, school, and sports.
Yeah, and then the times we tried to get together, something comes up. It's mostly me, but yeah.
No. I've had my fair share of all of that. But, I mean, we definitely need to get into watching a movie or something again. But I do want to, as we get back into it, do some of these talks so we can get everything we have to say out of the way, because we'll when me and you get together and talk, man, we can go on and on and on and on.
Faux show
about what we missed. Did you fucking see this? And fuck, I know we're late, but Will Smith got slapped. Or Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Did you see that? Or fucking, I mean, I know you talked about
get on that day.
Earlier.
I think we're supposed to get on that day, right? And
I was so shocked we couldn't.
And I was kind of glad we didn't, because like I saw it live, right? I saw the slap live.
Yeah.
I like had to rewind it. I was like, did that just happen? And
what's funny is I had tuned into it kind of right after it. So everyone was in that fucking shocked phase of it.
Yeah.
Like I saw someone post, and so I watched it right away. I flicked it on. Yeah, and it was pretty fucking crazy.
And speaking about that, like I saw it live, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, like, I had to rewind it. I was telling my wife, my kids were like, was that a bit? Like, I thought it was fake, right?
Right.
And then I swear, like, I went on my phone and it was already on the internet. I was like, these people are fast.
I'm telling you,
like,
bro.
They have a video clip and everything
on it. Yeah.
I was like, it's crazy.
Did you? So you've gotten into now that Batman's been released on HBO Max? Have you gotten to check it out a couple more times?
Yeah. So I started it one day, and then like I crashed out, and then I like put it on like a couple more times, and I crashed out. And my kids are like, "You're watching it again?" I'm like, "This is still the same time. I haven't finished." Yeah. They're like, God,
it happens that way a little bit, man. It happens that way. Yeah, but it's one of those movies that you can do that to, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it's because I was tired from work. I was like, I crashed out. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I know that all too well, man. Like I've been getting shit lately because my whole plan, like when we were buying our furniture for our house and stuff like that. I'm sitting on the couches and I'm just like, oh hell yeah! Like, I want to get a couch that I can fall asleep on. I want to be able to fucking sit there, watch a movie or watch a show after work and just fucking veg out and fall asleep. And my wife's like, I don't like this falling asleep on the couch bit. And then she took a video today of me fucking asleep on the couch.
That's what it's for, right?
Right, dude. Oh my God. If I can't do anything, it's to be, a lazy ass asleep on the couch,
like, That's what couches are for. They're to be lived on. You know what I mean?
Dude, and it is so fucking comfortable, man. I can get on there and just fucking like my whole fucking plan is like, especially today, like a Sunday, is I wake up in the morning, fucking eat, and then fucking take a little nap on the couch, for an hour, if I can. But man, it's I've missed getting on. I miss watching stupid movies, so I've been doing that a little bit. I've been fucking. Last weekend, I want to say I watched Revenge of the Nerds 2. Oh, get back into that little bit of a feel, and then I've been on a horror kick lately.
Horror?
Yeah. Oh, not horror. Horror. No, I mean those movies I watched too, but
yeah, I just because the new Scream came out on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. And I don't want to watch it. My oldest has seen it. He saw it at the movies, but I was like, I want to watch it, but then I kind of want to go back through the other Screams. So last night I got them to watch the original Scream, which it still holds up. Well,
that's good, man. Like, was it Jamie Kennedy was good in that?
I'll be right back.
He kind of I think in every kind of good movie there's a way for the audience to relate to the movie, right? And Jamie Kennedy was, for us, especially for us movie nerds, that was our way into the fucking movie, right? Like,
yeah,
that his knowledge of useless information kind of endured him to people like us that like these fucking movies, right?
Yeah, it's like taking all the things from the different movies, and he was your everyday Joe, right? He was your nerd. Yeah. He was the nerd, but
that wasn't getting any of the fucking pussy that was around.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he hung around with the fucking cool kids, but he wasn't getting any of that fucking play. I thought he was gay for a little while.
Maybe. No.
Yeah. No, not to the wrong with that.
But yeah, still holds up. Because my daughter, she's always been into Friends, and she was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know what's her face is in there."
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox. She was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah," and like that's where she met her ex-husband,
David Arquette.
David Arquette. Yeah. She's like,
What's your favorite David Arquette movie?
I guess Scream. I don't know. I wasn't really into. People probably say Ready to Rumble, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know if I've seen that all the way through. Probably bits and pieces.
Really? Well, you're not a big wrestling guy.
Nah.
What about Eight-Legged Freaks?
I don't know if I saw that either.
Bro, you would love it. It is fucking...
I think so. That's kind of like those cheesy old horror movies, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And you would fucking love it.
Sharknado?
A little bit like Sharknado, but it's yeah, it's like giant fucking spiders, you know?
It's one of those movies where they say the title of the movie in the movie, right?
Yeah. Eight-legged freaks. And you know the way David Arquette fucking yells like that?
Yeah.
But too, yeah, I mean, the wrestling fan in me, I really did like Ready to Rumble.
It has a kid in it, right? It's like Haley Joel Osment, or is it not? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, you're thinking of something else. Ready to Rumble, it's like they go on WCW wrestling and fucking all the wrestlers come out, and it's him and Scott Kahn, but Oliver Platt is the main wrestler guy.
What?
They call him Jimmy the King. Oh, dude, and you know Oliver fucking Platt, like
Yeah.
Oliver fucking Platt, he fucking takes over every fucking role that he's in, you know what I mean? And he does his thing, man. It's just fucking good, man. It's good the way they do it out and everything like that. At the time, you know, it was for WCW wrestling, and the way they tied it in is like fucking David Arquette made some appearances, and then what a lot of people consider to be like one of the death knells to fucking WCW wrestling is David Arquette won the title or won the championship, and everyone's like, "Oh man, you just shit on the business, bro."
I don't know. I might try to go back and watch that one of these days.
It's again one of those fun fucking mindless fucking movies that you can watch. You know what I mean?
Which is our genre, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's why, like, I would think Eight-Legged Freaks, especially. I mean, well, we've done this thing for about a year, right? Like, I think I know what kind of movies that you do like. You know what I mean? And so I think Eight-Legged Freaks, like, you would fucking love.
I might have to watch that one. Speaking of watching stuff, I want to get into Moon Knight once it's done. Have you saw any of it yet?
I saw the first episode, and then I tried to watch the second episode, and I just wasn't that into it. But I will. Like, I like Oscar Isaac, so I'll check it out.
I'm digging it so far. Maybe I like the whole Egyptian thing. This last episode was kind of fun.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Like, I think people came out and said that, man, fucking whatever the case, Marvel usually brings it in and kind of finds its character or finds its role in the fourth or fifth episode of the series.
Yeah. I like this one a lot, this last episode. But it's only 6 episodes, and I think that was the 4th, so just 2 more left.
Okay, I'll catch up.
Then we can dig into that. How about Halo? Have you seen any of that?
I want to say I watched the first episode, and then I didn't get. I mean, I wasn't feeling it too much. Is it good? Are you watching it?
It's not bad. I mean, like, I don't know anything about the storyline of Halo.
Okay.
Because it's based off the video game, right? So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I fucking love Halo. I've beat every Halo that there is out there. I used to play online, and I was one of those shit talking motherfuckers because I was at the time I was pretty good. This was before like you got a bunch of 10-year-olds fucking playing that don't have a life and that's all they do is play. But yeah, dude, I used to have some fun fucking playing Halo online, and I don't know, I wasn't digging the show too much, but again, I wanted it to be good, so
Maybe
I don't know anyone in it.
Maybe that's why I don't think it's that bad, because I don't know the story.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm digging it. Here's something interesting that happened. I kind of wanted to talk about it the last time. But you know, I like A Bronx Tale, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I did a while back. Did a interview with Lilo Brancato, which plays C, right?
Yeah. Colloquial.
Yeah. So that was cool, right?
That was. I mean, I want to say, Dork, that was like one of your better episodes.
I was nervous as hell on that one, but you know, I'm on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And I do these things every day. I'll post up celebrity birthdays. You know, whatever celebrity's birthday or that day, I just kind of put out there and say, hey, these are the celebrity birthdays for today. But I think it was the 30th, March 30th. I go by IMDb, right? Because IMDb can't be wrong. And it showed that Lilo's birthday was on March 30th. And I was like, oh, cool. And because I'm cool, right, I just happen to have his personal number.
Oh, shit.
Only because he gave it to me because that interview, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write a text. Saying, hey, happy birthday, brother, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, he's not going to say nothing back, right? But instantly, I got a message back.
No shit.
I was like, what? But it's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So apparently, March 30th is not even his birthday.
Oh, shit.
So I think I got the...
Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he actually left a voice message.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if I can pull it up. Ready? Hold on.
Appreciate that, but unfortunately, today's not my birthday. It's August 30th. I don't know if they messed up when they did it on my ID card a few years back.
I was like, what? I wasn't expecting him to respond at all. Then he responds with a voice message.
He still sounds the fucking same, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool as shit that he actually did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said his birthday is August 30th. I'm wondering, because it said on IMDb that it was March 30th. So I'm wondering if they confused the 3 with an 8 or the 8 with a 3.
Damn.
But
it was cool that he fucking responded.
Right? That was awesome.
He's like, this fucking jerk off. Like fucking.
So I responded back, right? I said, well, have a great day anyways. You know, keep looking up. And then he texted back. He said, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. That's pretty badass, man.
Yeah.
I do remember that was one of the episodes that I really dug when I was going back through your stuff after I had heard you with Just Another Friday Night.
Yeah, that one got me a little choked up near the end, but
yeah. And that was one of the reasons too. It was just like, oh man, this is my guy. It's my guy right here. I saw something pretty interesting the other day, and I think I kind of texted you about it too. Is like I've been on a little bit of a ghost kick lately, and the thing that got me into it, I guess it's around the mid-year, right? We're in May right now, right? We're 5 months in, and we're midway to my favorite time of year is October. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think I'm getting a little bit of like that feel or that need for a little bit of horror, and you get a taste of it right when you watch the Batman. There's some shit that's downright kind of scary to the right person. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that movie. But there was a documentary that I said that kind of weird. A documentary that came out called Sir No Face, and the thing that this documentary kind of said was like, oh well, we got our first real ghost footage, and the way they promoted it back in the day is like I couldn't find this clip anywhere, like on fucking YouTube, anything like that. You had to go and fucking this dude took this this movie around the country and showed it. Well, lo and behold, a few weeks ago, it lands on Tubi, and I'm surfing Tubi one day. I come across it late at night, the way we do these fucking things, and it's I watch it and I see it for the first time, and it is pretty tripped out, bro. Like it's got this one scene where the biggest scene is there's no one in the there's no one supposed to be no one in the house. It's got like a doorway in the camera view, and this thing just steps around the corner of camera view, and then it steps back, and it is a full body apparition, but it's on night vision, so you kind of see it that way, and it is pretty tripped out. Like, could it be fake? I don't know. Like, it probably could, but it got me back into going on YouTube and watching fucking these crazy fucking videos and shit like that. Shit like I'm watching now is like with you, and then you have that door behind you, and if I just so happen to fucking see someone walk by and shit, it'd be pretty tripped out or scary. But you've seen those videos, right? Like there's girls doing a fucking Zoom or a live video like that, and then the door just shuts behind them or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It reminded me of watching Scream last night when they're looking at the video of them in the living room.
Yeah.
And the guy comes behind him. Ghostface comes behind Jamie Kennedy. He's like, "No, move, get out of the way. He's behind you.
Look behind you. Yeah." But that got me to thinking. Like, I mean, I know, we usually talk like movie shit like that, but ghost stories or stuff like that. Are you into shit like that? Like, or do you like?
I want to be.
Hearing shit like that or talking about shit like that, or do you know any fucking like real shit though?
No, like I wouldn't mind getting into it though. What kind of got me though is, we have our stories here in San Antonio. What got me? I think I was watching. I think it was like not Busters, or where they try to disprove them, right? And they were doing the railroad tracks, and I got all disappointed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. Where like,
you got all hurt feelings, like the MythBuster shit.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but they're all about like ghost stories. Because if you go on the tracks and you just put your car in neutral, your car gets pushed over the tracks.
Yeah.
And looking at it, and when you look at it, it looks normal. But then these people are out there with freaking the survey equipment and all this, and they're like, "Oh, it's just the ground is not level, and you just naturally roll over." I was like, "Man, screw these guys."
Yeah,
you're taking the magic out.
I still take the family over there not no more so much because the boys are older fucking teenagers and that doesn't impress them anymore.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure they fucking take their girlfriends out there or whatever the fuck. Now that we live, dude, that's close to my house.
Yeah.
It's not too far from where I live right now. But there's still people talk about shit like I mean, that doesn't fucking explain how I got handprints on my car and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they were saying like, oh, well, it's the oils from people who have touched your car before, stuff like that. I don't know, man.
But that kind of turned me off.
It's a fun little thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like... The whole
Well, you know, like, because they have the neighborhood right there, right?
Uh-huh.
And the neighborhood, all the street names are like names.
Yeah.
Are like, and they say like, oh, well, the street names are named after the kids that died in the wreck and stuff like that.
Boo.
But I mean, dude, did you go there as a teenager here in San Antonio?
Yeah. Of course, we did the whole. Because I used to work at the movies, so one night, like a bunch of us after work, so it was like already after midnight.
After y'all watched the fucking Exorcist, remember they re-released that shit in theaters?
So yeah, so it was like one day after work, hella late. They were like, "Hey, let's just all go. We'll go do the railroad tracks. We'll go to the Chinese graveyard, which is right there by work too, right?"
Yeah. Now we work right there, right?
Yeah.
That's by that bitch every day.
We did a couple other things. We like made a whole night of it, but yeah.
But they had what's too right there by our work, what's used to be called the Donkey Lady Bridge.
Yeah.
Right there, you know.
Don't look back.
Yeah, I used to go on that shit.
But yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to believe stuff nowadays because, I mean, you know, people can put your face on anything now. It's like, so what am I?
Yeah.
What can we believe?
Hold on, let me show you something. Hold on. So, check this out. I've had this fucking book forever.
When Darkness Falls.
Yeah, When Darkness Falls, Tales of San Antonio Ghosts and Hauntings.
Huh.
So, again, it's an old book. It's a worn. It's a red book. It's a part 2 to this other one, and it's the same author. Basically, talks about San Antonio ghosts and hauntings and shit like that. So, I know when I was a teenager, we used to go to the missions.
Uh-huh.
You know, because it's right here, south side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's right here, and we used to fucking go, and we'd go there in the dark, and we'd go down the fucking trails in the dark, and it'd be pretty fucking spooky at night. Like, I'm not saying I don't remember ever seeing shit or anything like that, but it was definitely some scary shit, you know. You know, you take girls out there, you know, get them scared, and then they want to hold on to you and stuff like that, you know.
Sounds like we might need to take that book and do some on location stuff.
Dude, I mean, I've read it up and down, bro. Like, and I mean, nowadays, right? Like, you can. I want to say there's an app you can download that will fucking, as you go through the city, it'll fucking show you the landmarks and what the ghost story is about this and that here in San Antonio. So, I mean, fucking definitely, dude, I'd be down. Like,
That's awesome.
Like I said, I've had these books forever, and I read them. I've read them. I reread them sometimes, like, you know. But there was also a Haunted History that did a whole fucking episode of San Antonio. I know we checked that one out.
No.
Huh?
No.
Do you like watching that shit? Like, I mean, growing up, right, we had like fucking the best was like Unsolved Mystery. You remember? And those ghost episodes, man, those used to scare the shit out of me.
That's so funny you say that because we're doing some spring cleaning today. Or rearranging, or my daughter and my youngest son, they wanted to switch rooms. Like, whatever. That's why we got all this crap back here.
Yeah.
But we just had the TV on, right? Just to have noise in the background. And Airplane was on. Remember Airplane?
Yeah.
You know, Shirley,
Robert Stack's in there.
Shirley, you can't be serious.
Yeah.
I'm
just talking job.
But yeah, they had the dude, right? The dude, from Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
And he was talking, right? And I was like, oh, I was telling my wife that exact thing. I was like, his voice was the scariest thing growing up because Unsolved Mysteries, that was scary. That was a scary show to me.
Yeah, fucking
spooky. Unsolved Mysteries, man. That's awesome.
Shit. Remember they had that, and then they had Sightings. You remember Sightings?
I don't remember that one.
Sightings came out on Fox, right? And Sightings was, I remember their ghost episode. They would have this guy named Peter James, I think his name was, and he had white hair with a fucking black mustache. And he, like, I remember his episodes with the ghosts, right? Because he was psychic or whatever, were fucking pretty fucking good. And you know, as a kid, I don't remember being scared by certain movies. But like ghost movies, like I wasn't scared of the slasher shit like you were when you were a kid.
No.
You know, scared of Jason and Freddy and shit, and Michael Myers. But I was afraid of the ghost shit, like The Exorcist and shit like that, like demon type shit. So I was scared of Ouija boards. I had people that had some or wanted to play with one. Fuck that shit. That wasn't for me. I was literally scared of that shit. But I grew up in a family that they would tell like some of the fucking most fucked up, scary ghost stories. And you know, as a Mexican kid growing up, half that shit is to scare us from doing something, right? Like to scare us from, hey, the fucking Llorona scares you and you stay away from the river or whatever, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Remember my mom used to scare my little cousins. My mom used to say the fat lady. The fat lady's going to get you. And they'd be all scared. Oh, the fat lady. Not the fat lady.
But it was always, hey, cucuy. Cucuy's going to get you.
Cucuy.
But, yeah, dude, I mean, you never have any of those fucking, any fucking ghost stories in your shit? Like, or that you personally have? Like,
I wouldn't say ghost story.
Have you ever felt like something paranormal that you have seen?
I don't know paranormal, but probably just scared shitless. I remember this because I think I was like 5 or 6. I remember in the middle of the night I heard knocking at the door. Right? And you know, I'm too scared to get up. I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
And nobody got up, right? But I just heard knocking on the door. And I remember that next morning, like the door handle was all loose on our front door. And I was like, shit. I know that's not a ghost, but I don't know. It still scared me. Someone was probably trying to break in, but.
Yeah. But I remember we used to have a cousin's house that, I mean, because I think I've told you before, my mom had like 8 sisters. So that's a lot of fucking cousins, you know, like we'd get together. Like I had this one cousin, they had this real big house. That house used to creep the fuck out of me. Like it was one of these 2-story houses. I never liked being upstairs with it. They had this fucking painting that I swear, bro, like that painting from wherever it sat and wherever you sat as opposed to it, it looked like it was looking at you. It creeped me the fuck out as a kid. My mom used to tell me shit about my dad's mom's house, and we'd rarely go over there, you know, like, and you know, my dad was only around until I was 8, so this had to be before that. But my mom told us that our grandma was a fucking witch, like a curandera, and she was like she would talk about like fucking talking to the spirits and stuff like that. what my dad talked about. Like, there was a house behind them, and when they got old enough, the boys moved out into that house. And like my dad was originally from Puerto Rico, so he was adopted by this family, and so he was living out in the house, and he was kind of fucked up, like, you know, he would get in trouble and fucking run the streets and shit like that. And he fucking told me this story, bro, one time, and you know, it could be fake or whatever, but it scared the shit out of me. But you know, he was fucking at the time he was fucking really hard, man. He wasn't fucking listening to his parents. He'd do whatever the fuck he want. And he said like one night that he's fucking asleep there in his living room, and he doesn't hear nothing, he doesn't see nothing, but he just kind of feels a need to turn around, right? Like you ever felt that, you know?
Yeah.
And he just felt the need to turn around, like something is fucking looking at him. And he said he turned around, and in the doorway, all he saw was a top hat and a cape floating there. And he said he fucking stayed there looking at it for a long time. Something, you know, made him look away. When he looked back, it was on. He said it freaked him out, man. That story used to scare me when I was a kid.
Fuck. I mean, every now and then, I do have dreams of my grandmother on my mom's side. Mm-hmm. She passed away in 2009, but yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, and when I do have the dreams of her, like it's real to me. Like
Yeah.
Like it's like the way I remember her, right? And it's
There's a lot of people
freaky.
that talk about
freaky,
that. Man. Yeah. And do y'all like have conversations, or is it something?
Yeah,
like,
from what I can remember in the dreams, dreams, it's like it's something like it's really going on like now, but yet she was there, but in my dreams, and it's really freaky.
And like I'm telling you, my family used to tell the most fucked up of stories. So I had an aunt named. I had another aunt. I don't want to name her, but I had another aunt that had a husband. He came back from Vietnam or something like that, and he would act pretty. I guess he would act pretty fucked up. My family, they were the type that would go to like the curandera and shit like that. The witch, right? Like these whatever. But she'd go to the curandera and they'd get their cards read, shit like that. Well, she talked to this person about fucking trying to keep her husband away because he had just come back from the war. It's kind of fucked. And he would drink a lot. So he'd go to the bar a lot. So wanted to keep him away from the bar. The witch, whatever the fuck, it was a male guy. And he fucking told her, like, well, what do you have to pay? And she didn't have much to pay. It's like, you don't have to pay for nothing, but your soul, when you die, is going to go to hell. And whatever, right? Sold her soul. All right? 2 days later, my uncle gets shot in a bar. He gets shot in a bar. Nothing really happens, right? Like, but my aunt becomes like a born again Christian, and you know, revives her, you know, life, whatever the fuck. But she tells this story that one of my aunts had just passed away, right? One of my other aunts had just passed away, and when that aunt passed away, my other aunt tells the story is like, hey, you know, I was asleep and I woke up and, you know, she's sitting right there next to me, next to my bed. And then, you know, she's smiling until she sees that I'm looking at her, and then she turns and like in a demonic voice fucking says, "You're next, bitch." And then my aunt fucking says,
Shit.
he fucking woke up like all fucking scared. And dude, she tells me that story, and that just telling that story now gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies, bro.
Like, do you believe it for real? For real?
Yeah,
Supernatural stuff.
I do, man. I believe there's something going on, something out there, or some kind of explanation for it. Because there's gotta be like there's a lot of shit that you see go on, and especially now, right? You can see like the videos and stuff like that. But beyond that, like there's so much stuff that has gone on for so many years. You know what I mean? Like I gotta feel like something.
Should have got I know this guy Tommy. He used to do another podcast, Legends of Pokai podcast. He's got some stories. I'll try to bring him on one time, but he's got some stories where if you say you don't believe, he's like bullshit. It's really stuff out there. He talks about time. I don't remember if it was a father-in-law or grandfather, but he has experience where like something was holding on to him, like grabbing his leg, like he couldn't move.
Ooh. Yeah,
and he,
yeah,
he's like,
and
no, this shit is real.
I've never, yeah.
He's got a bunch of stories like that.
I've never had anything like that, and part of me feels like. A big part of me is like, no, bro, like I don't want to see or hear anything. Like, I have a couple of stories that kind of fucked with me, and still kind of I have no explanation for. But as far as like, have I seen anything? Not really. But like, since before I met my wife, her dad passed away at her house. He died of cancer. He died at her house. So I've always felt like there was something there because she tells me like a story, and a lot of these ghost stories, they revolve around like maybe like a reconstruction of something, at wherever they were died or whatever. And the story goes is a family friend of theirs was there was a wall dividing their kitchen and their dining room, and he was going to knock down that wall. And so, family friend, so they left him there working in the house. And one day he's there working in the house, and he fucking turns around, and the dad is fucking standing right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just fun. So as you can imagine, bro, like I've never stayed a night in that house. They have a long hallway that goes back to their restroom. I hate that fucking hallway, especially when I'm by myself. So I really try to spend as little time as I can.
Get me,
just because. And then now with the mom passing away, it's like the sister that lives in the house now. They say they see a lot of like shadows and stuff in the house sometimes.
That's spooky.
And I love the spooky shit, bro. Like I love it. That's what I'm so gullible for the stories. It's like, but yeah, I didn't mean to take over the whole fucking show about it or make it about it. But
no, man,
it was something that I wanted to talk to you about, just because. I mean, well, it's something that I can go on and on for.
Yeah, like I said, if you want, I can get my boy Tommy on. He can tell his stories, man. It's interesting stuff, man. I think you get a kick out of it.
The only thing that I've encountered myself personally is me and my wife moved into this house, and it's funny. The day we're moving in, the mailman comes up, and it was an old friend of mine from high school. And so we get talking, and he's like, "Yeah, man, Mr. Jones lived here." And I was like, "Oh yeah." I said, what happened? He moved out, whatever. He goes, nah, man, he passed away here.
You're like, oh,
And I was
shit.
like, shit. Like, that's the last thing I want to fucking hear. Because I was one of these people, bro. Like, I would ask, like, just for my sake, is there any talk of a ghost or something like that? Just because I don't want to be surprised.
I don't need no poltergeist stuff in here.
So never experienced anything in the house. Always felt a little weird sometimes, but there was one night, and this was the only thing that happened. There was one night that I was playing my game, and I was playing my game. I was playing online. We only had one kid at the time, so I had the overnight duty, right? So watching the kid, fucking, my wife's asleep. And I hear, hey, like right behind me. So much and so clear that I think it's my wife, and I turn around and I say, what? And she's asleep, dead asleep. Like, bro, I heard someone say, hey, right behind me. And so much so that I turned around and I said, what? And I stayed there fucking looking at the door for a long time. Like, it was a hallway door, right? And it was open. Freaked me out, bro. Only other thing I can fucking say that I've experienced personally is I had, oh shit, right on target, right on time. Look, guys, I don't know if Luck's gonna post a video or if he's recording a video, but his ass just jumped like 3 feet. A door slammed in his house and he jumped. A cuckoo. But I had this girlfriend's house, right? And we used to go over, and dude, like, her mom used to fucking just go out and fucking party. So a lot of times it'd just be me, her, and her little brother and sister there. So, we're fucking teenagers. We think we're badass. We steal her mom's beer, her cigarette, and fucking go outside and we're fucking smoking or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And one night we're there and we go outside and we come back in and I was like, who the fuck was hungry? And what are you talking about? Like, it was only us two there. All the cabinets in the kitchen were open. And the kitchen was outside, right from inside the door. So like we would have fucking saw or heard somebody in there. It was just crazy. We'd hear like furniture move in that house.
Shit.
We'd never see it, but you'd hear, like, you could sit in the garage. The garage was a room, and you could hear furniture moving inside the house, and then open the door, and nothing's fucking moving. You know what I mean?
Do you have any pets, dogs, or anything?
No pets. It was a trip. I swear there was one room in that house that they just didn't use. No fucking explanation.
I think we need to do Poltergeist, man.
Yeah? You want to do it?
Yeah, man. It's making me think
We
of
should
that
do
movie.
it next one.
Making me think of that movie, man. That was a scary movie. That was a scary movie.
That's why I like that fucking they have that show Paranormal Caught on Camera now. You ever watch that one?
No, but like I
It
said,
comes on this
I don't know if I can
Discovery.
believe stuff nowadays because
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
you can make anything now.
Like, I like those videos where they show, like, again, it's probably 100% fake, but they show like a fucking witch in Mexico or shit like that. But I don't know, bro. Like, the government's fucking saying there's fucking UFOs out there now, so I mean, to imagine what's next.
I mean, on that point, there's got to be.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because
to think we're the only people in this universe is fucking.
Because as much of an idiot Trump is, for him to go out and say, hey, we need a space force, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He probably knows there's something out there.
He's like, what do you say? We need fucking what's his name? I can't think of his name now.
Steve Carell.
Well, it's Steve Carell now, with fucking the original Captain Kirk.
Oh, William Shatner.
William Shatner, yeah. He's Shatner, get his ass out there. Start
William
fucking some aliens.
Shat in his pants. Well, you know, if we move on from the spooky stuff and into the Christmas stuff.
I know you're getting kind of scared, so yeah.
Into the Christmas stuff, we got something to talk about because there's a certain podcast that has been talking crap, at least to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Talking about he won I don't know how many Raddies. If you want to talk about that,
I think he won 4. But I mean, I'm most proud of our song Raddie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, guys, if you don't already, or if you haven't already, go to totallyradchristmas.com. Download Jerry's show. It's a great show. Lucky and I were pardon the pun, but lucky enough to be on, and you know, we won a little award. He had an award show, and we won an award. Now, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get a mention on the red carpet that day.
I was,
you know,
I was kind of waiting for it. I was like,
I thought you and I were looking pretty spiffy that day. So,
yeah, man.
You know, we're gonna have to tag Jerry in this, and maybe, maybe Luck can find a picture of 2 good-looking guys on the red carpet to put our faces on for the cover episode of this show.
Yeah,
just so people know that we're buddies, you know.
Yeah.
But I think I got 3.
Yeah, you were in a few of them.
Yeah,
you're a regular on Jerry's show.
I've been on a couple of times, but it's mostly, you know, like I said it then and I'll say it now. It's you know, Jerry gave me my first podcast to be on. You know, I don't know. In my mind, I like to think that Luck heard me on Jerry's show and was like, "Oh, I need to get this guy on my show," and so I don't know. I think I owe a lot personally to Jerry. You know, first podcast. He popped my podcast cherry, so you know he's my first. So you always remember your first.
Yep, and then after that, Joe was like, "It's not my first or my last."
Or my last. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we're just gonna have to see.
Cool.
We're just gonna see how many watchies. I don't know.
Right?
Chuck's gonna win. Make our own award. The watchie.
Well, you know what I found out in recording that I'll speak about our good friend, Mr. Chuck, who thankfully he texts me at least once a week saying, "When's the next fucking podcast coming out?"
No, it's my fault.
Sometimes he don't say it that nice too. So,
oh, did we lose Joe? Joe froze up. Wow. Well, he is in the garage. So
now, right before we started, and
right.
I went ahead and sent the picture to him, so he's happy.
You froze up for like 10, 15 seconds. You were just frozen. You good now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I could see my connect a little bit. Hold on. I've got 4 bars, bro. Are you good now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Fuck, I lost my train of thought on Chuck. But, here's what I found out. Chuck Chuck is on at least 2 podcasts that he recorded on, but these podcasts will not be released ever. So these 2 podcasts were so bad. I've never heard of this where one person has been a part of 2 podcasts that have been recorded but will never be released.
You know what sucks?
So, I mean, what's the common denominator in that? You know what I mean?
You know what sucks?
There's only one common denominator, and that's Chuck.
You know what sucks is I think I lost that recording too. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because on my thing
I
here,
thought we were going to release it one day.
on my thing here, the memory card got full, and I accidentally just formatted the whole thing. So yeah, everything that was on there. That's all right. It was a mess.
But yeah, he texted me talking mess. Hey, how many? I got 4, but I was on 2 of the ones that he got. So, I'll totally take our fucking Raddie that we won together for our theme song, man. That theme song knocked it out of the park. It hit all the right notes, even though we didn't hit the right notes. It was pretty awesome.
I'm gonna play it at the end of this one again.
And then I won for the episode that I was on, my first Totally Rad Christmas with Anthony. So that was pretty cool too.
The Batman one?
No. Well, that one too, but the first one that I did was the Scooby-Doo one that I did with Jerry. And again, that broke my podcast cherry. But I don't know if you
gotta get Jerry on our show. We need something.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm reserving Purple Rain because, Jerry's gonna be able to school us on what fucking notes they're hitting and where this song was started from, and they fucking actually copied this motherfucker and shit like that. Although Jerry don't cuss like that, but we
can tell him it's okay on our show.
Oh, dude, it's pretty funny. It's like the times that I've got on, like we got on just to record like a thank you for the Batman episode, and the guy, his name's Claude, that gets on with us. He gets on and he's like, all right, hold on before we start. Fuck. Sorry, Jerry, I had to get it out. You're gonna have to cut that. It's pretty fucking funny.
But yeah, we got to get him on our show. What else?
So another thing, since we're talking about our good friend and our brothers in podcasting, just another Friday night. Chuck's been posting or tagging me in posts about wrestling, and I keep reminding him that he's not really a wrestling fan because I watch wrestling. Like I watch wrestling, and Chuck doesn't. He casually watches, and then he lets like YouTube kind of tell him. Really, if it wasn't for AA, like he wouldn't know too much about wrestling. Double A's the wealth of knowledge.
So that's something I actually wanted to get into. So did you watch the WrestleMania? Not long ago?
I fucking watched WrestleMania.
Okay, what were the highlights?
Oh my god, brother. Okay.
And then that's gonna lead into what I want to talk about.
Okay, I gotta talk about it. Okay,
go.
So it's a lot of shit. Okay, so again, I know you don't watch wrestling. Right now, again, WWE is WWE. It's been the big fucking bastard for the longest time. Yeah. They're the biggest company. They fucking run the show. But there's this little upstart that started. It started. The way it started was it came together with Cody Rhodes. Cody Cody Rhodes is the American Dream. I'm sorry. You don't know. Anyways,
you broke up.
So
You broke
just
up
saying,
there.
you know.
You broke up there.
Uh,
All I heard was Rhodes, but I know the Rhodes family. They've got a long history.
Yeah, so Cody Rhodes is he started this other wrestling company, or he helped start this other wrestling company, and he went over there. Chris Jericho, some two little fucking cunts called the Young Bucks, that they're fucking Chuck's favorite fucking wrestling tag team.
The Young
And dude,
Chucks.
these are two of the I don't even want to say gay because that'd be too masculine to fucking say about them. They are two of the sorriest fucking. Anyways, and so this wrestling company started up, and I ain't gonna lie, like I was excited when they started. One of the guys that I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts, and the guy that runs a lot of those podcasts. He was hosting when they started up, and so like Jim Ross, who, legendary. I the show initially, but I had some bitching things about it. Like there's this guy named Kenny Omega that came from Japan, and Kenny Omega, when he was in Japan, all you heard was this motherfucker was the bee's knees of wrestling, and then he loses the first championship match here in the States to Chris Jericho. And to me, I was one of these guys that was kind of pissed off. I love Jericho, but he's old. And to me, they gave Jericho the belt just because he was the bigger name here in the States. So already, like AEW is what they're called. They started off wrong for me, but they have young guys like this kid Sammy Guevara that I like. They have this other kid named MJF that I like, and then they have this wrestler that's from San Antonio called Thunder Rosa, which is fucking being wasted like a motherfucker there in AEW, because it's essentially the minor leagues of wrestling.
Okay.
You got WWE is where everyone wants to go and everyone wants to be, but at the same time, it's like, all this time, WWE's been firing people, and dude, WWE fires these people, and they fucking show up in AEW like as soon as their contract is done and stuff like that, and their first fucking thing that they do, like everyone's like, because what's annoying about AEW is their little fucking mark ass fans that are just, they're annoying, bro. They're just like, oh, we don't like WWE. They're too corporate, AEW is real wrestling. Like, again, there are these people that think it's still real to them. Meanwhile, like, WWE is sports entertainment. Anyways, so long story short, Cody Rhodes starts to get tired of shit in AEW. All they're doing is hiring ex-WWE people, and promoting them and pushing them for like a week, and I don't know, it's just like, again, this guy that I used to love when he was in WWE called CM Punk, he went over to AEW, but before going to AEW, before going to AEW, he got his ass kicked in UFC a couple times. So like, he went to AEW and, oh, I'm where it's really at. This is fucking real wrestling. Again, they all come out and say the same shit. It gets fucking old. And again, there's fucking these stupid fans that are like, oh, this is the best thing since sliced fucking bread. Vince McMahon is the devil. This little pissant company is going to put WWE out of business. Meanwhile, WWE is just, they're firing a lot of fucking people. But the way I see it is kind of, you and I work, right? Like, somewhat supervisory roles.
Yeah.
We hire people. If they can't cut the fucking mustard, they either by themselves fall off or we let them go and hire another motherfucker If they can't cuss the mustard, same. It's a fucking cycle. Well, again, like this guy Tony Khan that runs AEW, he's hiring all these wrestlers, yet still, while WWE's averaging 1 million plus viewership, they're still langing in the 700,000-800,000. Every once in a while they hit 1 million viewers, but for what they're signing all these people and shit like that, it really ain't shit. And Chuck's like, oh man, you just turned your back on wrestling and stuff like that. And I'm like, Chuck, like, here's the thing. I watch wrestling to watch wrestling. Like, you want to see these fucking larger than life superhero type people fight, right? I don't want to see me and Chuck fight. And I love Chuck and everything like that, but
I need a quick break.
Don't
lose your thought.
Do you want me to keep going?
Don't lose your thought.
Okay. Man, all right, guys. So luck must be dropping a number 2. So maybe I can talk about another. Oh no, here comes Luck. He's coming back. Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years. All right. No, I just told the craziest story, bro. Like, don't cut it.
All right. So WrestleMania. What was the big thing?
Okay. So again, to I was kind of dancing around it, but the big thing that happens is like Cody Rhodes. Again, AEW's kind of changed. It wasn't for him. I've always liked Cody Rhodes. I'm a big fan of legacies. Cody, for me, like, there's a lot of these WWE guys that got cut or got fired by WWE, went and made their name a little bit bigger and made themselves a little bit more known. Because honestly, like, for me, I think Cody gave the AEW group a lot of credibility. Well, he's putting on these badass matches, and if you watch AEW, a lot of their matches suck. But one of the good things about them was Cody's matches. Like, he'd put on these great matches. And he had this badass theme song that I got really into it. But it talks about, like, wrestling has more than one royal family. It says that in the beginning, meaning, it's not just the fucking McMahons out there.
Yeah.
And his whole song is about that, right? Like, fucking shit like that. So, he gets cut by AEW, and the rumors, like, he's fucking coming back to WWE. And they do these segments, like, leading up to WrestleMania, where Seth Rollins, who's one of the top wrestlers for WWE, he's like, he wants a WrestleMania opponent. Vince McMahon's like, I'm going to name someone special. You'll see WrestleMania night. And sure enough, man, it fucking comes up. And it's a big thing. Like, AEW didn't own the rights to that song. Cody Rhodes did. So they play that song on WWE, and he comes up. And, dude, he's automatically lifted to a fucking main event status. Cody Rhodes left doing a character called Stardust, which a lot of people
Yeah.
shit on. I love shit like that. So I liked Stardust. Again, I've always been a fan of Cody, so I like the shit. He comes back and he has this kick ass match. Early in the match, though, he does like one of his taunts he did as Stardust, and the fucking crowd goes nuts, bro, like fucking crazy. Then, and I'll try to say this without fucking crying. Cody talked about like, again, I guess when you have a dad like that, you're always living in his shadow. And he talked about like for his longest time, he tried to
But
not
Dusty
be in
Rhodes,
that Dusty Rhodes, and he tried to, not just be some kid in his dad's shadow, and he tried to avoid any similarities in any of their wrestling. Well, it comes towards the end of the match, and he's trying everything to take care of Seth Rollins and to beat him. He hits his fucking finisher. He hits his finisher again, and then he's gonna do it a third time. It looks like, and then he fucking lets him go, and Seth Rollins is standing there in front of him, and he starts doing his fucking dad's finisher, which was like the atomic elbow, right? When he started doing that, bro, and the crowd goes nuts, I'm a little bitch, fucking crying my ass off, like. I can't fucking believe it. My wife's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, he's fucking doing the bionic elbow. He does the move, and then he picks Rollins up for one more fucking of his finisher. And the announcer says something like, well, when he starts doing it, like, everyone does a fucking... Dusty Rhodes impression. Everyone does a Dusty Rhodes impression. I'm not gonna do one because I don't think I'm that good. But one of the announcers, like, again, his classic lines are like shit. Like he said, "Oh, baby boy," like he talked real Southern. And one of the announcers, as he's fucking doing his thing, they fucking say, "Oh, baby boy," and then he grabs Seth Rollins, right, and he's like, he looks up, and then he fucking does his last move, and then fucking beats him. But the announcer, as he's looking up, he says, like, looking up, knowing Dad's looking down on him. And, bro, I was just like, I was already, and it fucking got me, man. And wrestling does that, man. Like, oh, my God, I can't believe it does still to me to this day, but fucking wrestling can get to you emotionally. It's so fucking crazy, and it got me, bro. It got me. That was by far one of my favorite things. And since then, like, Cody's been like on top, so it's been pretty good. The Brock and Roman Reigns, I mean, that's just two big motherfuckers going at it. They got injured during the match, so they had to end it early, so it wasn't as great as it could have been, but it was still pretty damn good. But Stone Cold came back, and oh my God, dude, he came back and he did his thing both nights, bro. It was fucking good. Like, it was classic Stone Cold shit. And the fact that he got to do it with one of my favorite wrestlers, a dude named Kevin Owens that does the Stunner now. It was fucking awesome, dude. It was fucking pretty good. So, it was, all in all, it was one of the better WrestleManias in a long time. And that's why, like, people were like, oh, well, you hate this fucking AEW. You don't want to see them succeed. And it's like, no, I do. Like, I want them to succeed. They're a good farm system for the big fucking leagues, but they're nowhere near what WWE is.
There was another old school, right? Another old school.
Yeah.
Undertaker,
he got put in the Hall of Fame. So, and dude, to see this dude talk when for years, he'd only say like fucking rest in peace and shit like that. You know what I mean? It was pretty good and it was pretty badass. Um, but yeah, man, it was fucking like I say it like um I want to say like the competition brings out the best in the WWE. So I feel like without the competition, they wouldn't be trying that hard. So it's good, man.
But what were the big moments? Stone Cold and like bringing these old people back, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Those were the biggest parts.
Those were the big moments. But for me, in the current thing is like I mentioned first, Cody Rhodes, and then the second thing that I mentioned, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Stone Cold, I think too was one of the big things. You know, fucking Vince came back and did his shit. But you know, relatively, yeah, like that was two of the bigger things.
So,
Undertaker didn't get involved at all, besides the Hall of Fame.
But just his presence, though, right?
Oh fuck yeah! It's in Texas.
That's kind of like something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's like what's big right now is like all the nostalgia stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because kids nowadays they don't remember. They probably don't remember a lot of those people wrestling.
Oh,
these younger kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, but all those are for us, or our generation, or this is older folks.
Oh fuck yeah! But
so
I know like they go crazy for Stone Cold still, man.
But it's just my point is like these people are not getting any younger, right?
No.
And you see it, okay, in wrestling, you see it in movies, bringing these old people back, TV shows, bringing these old people back. And it's like, it's cool for us because we remember these actors, but like, I'm just looking like further in the future. It's like kids nowadays have such a short attention span. It's like, what's going to be left for them? It's like, you know what I mean? Some TikTok guy that had 15 minutes of fame, you know, there's probably 1,000 of those people out there. It's like, is that what they're going to look to in the future? Like, oh, remember that guy, you know?
But because the saddest thing too about, I think today, and maybe it's just us because you know what, there is a lot of content out there. I know we're not fucking taking it all in, but there is a lot of content out there differently. But Hollywood doesn't make these movies that we get so nostalgic about nowadays, right? There's not another Revenge of the Nerds coming out. You know what I mean? There's not another Porky.
But if they did, we'd be there because they'd probably try to bring all the old actors back. Right?
But what I'm saying is there's not that type of movie coming out today for these kids, right? Almost everything's these big blockbuster. A lot of times, like what we're seeing now is, you know, they're bringing back the old actors, like you're saying. You know, there's these big blockbuster things that have worked and that have worked before, but these little movies that, you know, that became classics for us, they're not getting made anymore, man. Like even like you look at the horror genre, you know what I mean? Like the older stuff, like I know they remade it one time, but there's not a lot of Night of the Demons out there. You know, we still haven't seen another Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Or my favorite movie and yours, Monster Squad, has not come out again. I mean, you know, little movies like that are not getting made anymore. So now it's like all they have is, well, I love the dude, but fuck, man, The Rock can't do everything.
Right.
Like,
that's
dude,
my point.
Every fucking where. You know, Kevin Hart, I love him, but he can't be in fucking every fucking thing. You know, it's The Rock, it's Mark Wahlberg, it's Kevin Hart. you're only seeing the movies with these fucking guys. You know, John Cena's getting in that scene a little bit, or you're getting the old shit. Like again, we're all happy for it and we're all popping for it, but Ethan Hawke and Obi-Wan coming back. You know what I mean?
Oh, McGregor.
I mean Ethan. I'm sorry. Did I say Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke's in Moon Knight.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor coming back. Hayden Christensen coming back. You know, now I'm happy for some of these actors because I'm fucking Christensen. We haven't seen him in shit.
I know.
And I'm happy that all these guys are getting this another payday off of something that they were just fucking touring the country to sell autographs for a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Now, do you think that plays something into this now? It's like Hollywood has seen that, hey, you know, these guys are making a living traveling the country, doing
People
autograph
wanna
and
see 'em.
signing section. People obviously want to see them. Let's put them back in the fucking shows.
Right.
And they can just fucking keep recycling, motherfuckers.
But that's my point. It's like the dimmer for us. But I mean, like I'm saying, moving forward, who do you see out there now that, you know, our kids when they're our age are gonna be like, ooh man, I remember that guy. I remember that guy.
I mean, dude,
There's not that many out there.
I want to believe that Pattinson's going to be one of these motherfuckers.
Pattinson, I see that.
Now, again, since it's released and more people have access to it, I've seen people shitting on it. Like, oh, it's fucked up. This ain't my Batman. And I'm like, to those motherfuckers, like, y'all don't know because this is Batman.
And I still say it's
Batman.
It's gonna be a trilogy, or supposedly.
Yeah.
Or I don't know anymore. Did you hear? Is it Discovery? Or someone bought out DC?
Yeah.
Or Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
I think it's Discovery. Oh, excuse me. And supposedly, their head honchos have a different direction, so we might see a whole nother change for DC movies.
Dude, I mean, this movie made a fucking gazillion fucking dollars, so like they're gonna get another bite of that apple. They're gonna let this dude Matt Reeves do what he wants to do. I mean,
and then
for me, people that shit on it, like I'm just happy that they gave this dude enough leeway to do all the crazy ass shit that he did in this movie.
And I hope that at least they try to stick with this at least moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all want that Flash movie, but then I don't know if it's going to come out now at all. You heard about this Ezra Miller guy, the guy that plays the Flash.
In fucking trouble. Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know, dude. Like I was never a watcher of the show, but there's a lot of people like this fucking Grant Gustin guy could just take his spot, no questions asked.
I don't know. I've never watched it either, but to me it looks like they have two different characters. But how about just not let Ezra Miller go to Hawaii? It's like, I think it was Hawaii the last time he tried to choke some girl out.
It's the same fucking people. Like, how about like, and dude, like they have a lot of shit tied up in this dude because he's part of the new Harry Potter franchise.
Those Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
I've only seen the first one. I've only seen the first one, but I know he's in that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, is this gonna affect the movie, or are they still gonna let the movie get released, even though this dude's a whack job? I don't know.
I mean, they have to, right? Like I
think they put too much into it already.
Right? Like, if we don't get our fucking Michael Keaton Batman, like people are gonna shit themselves.
Oh, I saw something today.
A new picture of Batman?
No. What? I saw something today. Fuck. They talked about. I think we're gonna see glimpses of Adam West Batman in the Flash. Like they're gonna use old footage, but it's like
The fuck?
Like they're gonna bring everybody. I don't know.
So okay, you watched Morbius?
No.
No,
Did
I
you?
didn't either. No, all I heard is shit.
I know. I wanted to give it a chance, but after
Like
I heard everybody
I want
was
Jared
saying
Leto
it's
to
crap.
do good, bro. Like I want him to have a good fucking superhero movie, and he just keeps getting fucked.
I mean, it seemed like it could have been good, but I don't know.
Well,
They're saying some of the stuff
like
in the
Keaton's in that.
they're saying
right?
some of the stuff in the trailers or like stuff that they were implying that maybe Spider-Man's going to be in there. None of that happened. So I think
It's all cut out. Yeah.
I think that's maybe what more people were upset about. I don't know.
False advertisement.
Hulk and Wakanda, yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Yeah. That's what Marvel's. Well, it's not even. Technically, it's not even Marvel. So.
Did you catch the Love and Thunder trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
I mean, I like Hemsworth, man, and I like
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. So
It looks a little odd, like he's going through some stuff. You know what I mean? Like trying to find himself.
Yeah. And then, like she comes back and everything like that.
Dude, I saw a picture. I don't know if it was real because I saw a picture. Natalie Portman showing off her guns. I was like, whoa, she looks ripped.
Dude,
I don't know if that was real or not.
I mean, since what was that first movie that she was in? Like, she started at a young age, and she was always fucking doing good shit. You know what I mean? And she, then she was Queen Amidala, and fucking, for the longest time, I was like, man, she's fucking super hot. But like the best thing I've seen her do is, I mean, I know everyone's gonna say those other movies where she did the sex scenes, but fucking on Saturday Night Live she did this fucking rap, where she fucking, dude, she was fucking cussing and saying P is for Portman, P is for pussy.
Cool.
It was fucking funny, man, but it was pretty good. It was and she did it with Andy Samberg. That motherfucker's always good.
You know, you're gonna laugh, but a movie that I like her in. We used to watch this movie with the kids. It's her, Dustin Hoffman. It's Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. You ever see that?
Fuck, I have not seen that.
It's not a great movie, but I don't know. I think just because we used to watch it with the kids, I like her in that.
You know, when I was thinking about ghosts and shit, and I was like, what movie should we do? Like, I kind of wanted to do something funny too. So I was like, we should do fucking The Heavenly Kid.
The Heavenly Kid. It's about a ghost.
That would be right on target with something that we would do.
And dude, people would be like, what the hell is this movie?
Now available on fucking Paramount Plus.
But that's what we do, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy to come out and be like, all right, we're doing the Batman. But, who's going to come out and say we're doing the fucking Heavenly Kid?
Dude, if there's anything else out there on Heavenly Kid, I'd be surprised.
So, coming across, like, have you seen any good old movies lately, or have you come across like something that's available on some of the apps currently that our people can go out there and watch? I guess I think we should do this like as a recurring segment, like fucking what new shit have you come across, like free shit, or it's available on this app or streaming or whatever.
So, the other day I was driving around with my son, and we live near Randolph here, and
oh yeah.
And they had some jets flying. My son was like, "Oh, do you see that? Those jets flying."
Oh, they had that fucking air show.
Yeah, it was air show this weekend. We didn't go, but we heard it. But he was like, "Oh, those jets," and I was like, "You know what we should do? We're gonna watch Top Gun." And we watched Top Gun, and Top Gun's great.
Available on
Top
HBO
Gun.
Max right now.
Yeah, I love Top Gun, man. I'm kind of excited to see the new one, which was I think supposed to be released like 2 years ago. But
you know what you should have watched? Iron fucking Eagle.
I wouldn't mind watching that one.
Yeah.
Chappie.
Talk to me, Chap.
Which get this though, get this. You just brought up Iron Eagle. The main character plays in what other movie? The Heavenly Kid.
The Heavenly Kid. That's right.
Same guy.
Yeah, we're in 2 movies or 3 because Iron Eagle 2.
Yeah.
Oh, is he in part 2?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen part 2. First one's a better one.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hope this new Top Gun reboot is fucking good. Or whatever they're doing.
Hopefully.
I used to love those fucking movies.
Because isn't...
Dude, for the longest time, like, people, my friends and shit would get tired of me because whenever I watched a Tom Cruise movie, like, I'd be like, fucking Maverick, bro.
You know what I was...
It'd be like War of the Worlds, and I was like, if Maverick had his plane right now, he'd be fucking him up.
I really want to see it. What I'm wondering, and I haven't looked into it, but because it's supposed to be about Goose's son, right? I wonder if Meg Ryan's gonna be it, because Meg Ryan is not looking like Meg Ryan lately.
Oh no!
She looks like a monster.
It's funny, like, you know, we're talking about
be
all
in
this
love.
stuff about.
Used to be in love with Meg Ryan.
Oh, dude, fucking, You've Got Mail, Meg Ryan? Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
But it's funny, like, thinking about all these reboots. Like, there's a lot of these old Hollywood actors that aren't getting the reboot call. You know what I mean? Well, there's a lot that are. It's like, hey, Topher Grace was mysteriously left off of Spider-Man. He didn't die or whatever the fuck. You know, there's a lot of these characters, secondary or not, that aren't getting called back. Like Kirsten Dunst didn't get called back, you know, for Spider-Man.
Man, one I got excited about too. Did you hear Christopher Lloyd?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Did you hear Christopher Lloyd? Yeah. I think, what's it? Mandalorian, I think.
Oh, that he was going to be in something, right?
Yeah, I was like, what? That's
Back
awesome.
in time.
That's
He's
awesome.
got to play like a doc or something. You know what I mean?
And then after that, I saw something that said it was like this guy in cosplay, but he was a man DeLorean. He was like the car.
Bro, speaking of that shit, did you see that they're gonna fucking start building DeLoreans here?
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Fuck it.
We're gonna jump ship. What?
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
We're together.
Tesla's coming too.
I know. I actually like. Well, I don't want to talk about it. So we'll go.
Yeah. No. But
yeah, like we need more shit to do.
Yeah.
But it's slowly happening, bro. You're gonna have to help me through this because this dude's gonna graduate this year. I don't want to. I guess I'll say it like
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Does he know what he wants to do?
Well, yeah.
Play ball, right?
Yeah. The other day, and this is last Sunday, Lux, so it just so happened. Some guy tweets out like, "Hey, you know, we're still 2022 and committed. You know, hit us up, whatever." And he puts out his tape out there, and I retweet it, but at the same time, I tag all these different schools here in San Antonio and in Texas.
Mm.
Monday, he gets a phone call or a text from the recruiting coordinator at Our Lady of the Lake. Says, hey, you know, our head coach saw your video, liked your video. are you still looking for a place? Are you uncommitted? What's going on? My son says, yeah, yeah, that would be great. Stay this. Well, he texts me. He's like, what the fuck do I say? So, I help him out with what to say. And he says, he would look forward to talking to him, stuff like that. And they start talking, and the guy tells him to apply. So I guess we're just waiting to hear back on whether he made, you know,
Mm.
he got accepted, but he got accepted to a couple of other schools already. But if he were to be able to go here and get some scholarships and play ball there here in San Antonio, it's fucking great.
Does he want to stay, or does he want to get out and
No,
explore?
his biggest thing is like he's like I want to be here. I want to be here. I don't want to go. Or that's not his biggest thing, but he knows that it would probably be best and be helpful, because here's the shit thing about it, bro. Is like he's gonna graduate and still be 17 years old.
Mm.
Um, he had an offer from a school in Illinois. He has an offer, like a $8,000 offer, from a school in Kansas to play football and baseball. But for him to stay here in Texas and to stay here in San Antonio, and then to be able to live at home, I think like the first year he has to live in the dorms. But to be here, to do school here, and the biggest thing for me is just like I've seen this dude get better and better every year. So he's just gonna get that much better, and for him to be able to keep playing this game is gonna be awesome. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I hope that it goes this way. I know it's gonna be maybe more money out of my pocket too, but at the same time, he's starting to looking for a job and stuff like that. He fell in love with the car I fucking rented for him yesterday. So
He's like, that's what I want.
yeah. So, and again, you know what I mean. Me, like if he can stay home and I can keep him around and still, when he goes to play, I can go fucking see him play.
Yeah.
That's a plus. You know what I mean?
It'd be like my boss. My boss's son got a football scholarship to the school in South Dakota or North, one of the Dakotas. And this past football season, my boss was flying up there every week to watch his son play.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's gonna cost a lot.
And I'd be that same guy, bro. You know me.
Yeah. So yeah, ultimately it's his decision. But if he prefers to stay close by, that's good for everybody, right?
Yeah, and just like past few days, I mean, one of the good things that's been going on, baseball hasn't been going that hot for him. Not necessarily for him personally, but for his team altogether. He's been playing pretty well. But it's allowed us to kind of sit together and talk a little bit more, and there's been a few times where I just love this house now, bro, because like he'll come out and we'll sit in the kitchen and talk, and he'll come down and lay on the couch with me, and it's when I know he needs to say something or he wants to ask something or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's been good in that sense, but he talked really about like, man, it's gonna be awesome to be able to stay and to be able to go to school here and to be able to play there and still have you around and stuff like that, and that's good. Like again, I want to be able to let that tether out, but just like, bro, like he was at the prom yesterday. Look,
Yeah.
I know about you. My prom was all kinds of fucking. How many fucking kegs are we gonna have, and
I don't,
fucking how much stuff do we have to
I don't
smoke?
even, I don't even think I went to my school's prom. I went to my wife's school. We went to 2 different schools. Well, she went to Judson. I went to MacArthur. But yeah, my senior, I don't even think I went to my prom. We went to her prom.
Well, again, but there's a party, right? Like,
Yeah.
so he's going to a party, and I'm like, I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm just gonna say this. If something comes up and something happens and you cannot drive, like, please don't hesitate and to call me. I'll pick you up, take care of everything, no questions asked. Just don't do anything stupid. And he fucking texted me back like, I'm not doing anything like that. And I was saying, and like I told him today, it's like, I know you don't do that stuff. It's just, I know how it is. I know how I was, especially around the kids that I knew didn't do stuff.
Yeah.
And I was pretty fucking deadcore, and I'd be like, come on, bro, you want to fucking smoke or you want to drink? Here. And peer pressure can be a motherfucker. So again, I'm happy I didn't have to have any issue like that. But, I wanted to let him know that, if something happened, let me know, whatever. Part of me that's scared to let him, or to not to let him, but for him to go off to college, is he hasn't experienced any stupid shit like that yet. I'm sure this kid has had a drink. I've never come across a situation where I've thought for a second that he was under the influence or anything. My wife said one time, but I've never seen anything like that. So, while again, I'm happy. I'm just like, God, this motherfucker's too innocent, bro.
Yeah, he could be.
Like, they don't have no street smarts, bro.
That's one thing that we've talked a little bit about. It's like, did we shelter our kids too much? And you always want them to have what you didn't have or grow up better than you did. But does it come at a cost? You know what I mean?
Like, there's times when I feel like it does. Like, I got on my middle son, and this motherfucker, I have to take him to school at 6:00 every morning now, because my oldest one's not going to school that early. Good thing is we've been able to talk, and I got on him the other day. It's like, this neighborhood, they're still building. Well, Sunday fucking Juan comes and he brings his fucking son to help him out and, do some work on the side, right? He's finishing, they're still building houses and shit. I mean, I don't know if his name is Juan, but Hector, whatever, fuck.
Jose.
Oh, fucking someone steal. Anyway, so he's there and he has this kid about my kid's age, and he's out there fucking helping his dad, dude. No questions asked. Fucking, is he fucking working that hard? I don't know, but he's out there. And I told my son, dude, I fucking get shit for you, just to have to scoop the litter or fucking take the recyclables out and stuff like that. So, fucking told him, look at this kid next door, man. Like, you have all this shit, and he probably ain't got shit that you got, but he's out here working with dad, fucking putting it in. So
I can't even get my kids.
I don't know, like, there's a lot of stuff, like you said, that I have given them. Bro,
I can't even get my kids to give me some water.
I am doing something.
You hear this?
I'm not Jane there.
This is what I got to deal with.
Oh, it's teenage angst, bro. But that goes into like I was saying, like you motherfuckers ain't got shit to complain about. Like I'm telling you right now, like they got TVs in their room, fucking all these fucking apps. You know, one kid has the PS5, the other one, oh poor kid, has a PS4, and his fucking iPhone broke. And his biggest worry in the world or bitch in the world is that his dad has a fucking Android while he has an iPhone, and he's like, we can't send each other good pictures. I'm like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But we fucking love them. So gotta put up with their shit.
Yeah, I got a lot more to say on that, but let's save it for next time. We're almost at 2 hours, buddy.
All right. Well, it's a good fucking show. I hope I creep some people out with my stories a little bit.
We'll get back to that too, because I'm gonna get this dude Tommy to come on with us.
Well, dude, I'm sure you might have peed yourself a little bit when that door slammed behind you.
A little bit, just a little squirt. Let me get some water. But it's been fun.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the good one. Yeah, brother.
All right, buddy. Until next time.
Until next time, keep listening at
least.
Keep
watching.
Keep listening.
Keep listening. Let's play this one. Let's all tune in to Now Watch This, a show that we can listen to whenever we wish.
From comedy shows to scary flicks, you'll laugh and cry with these two guys that make you flip your lid. Field of Dreams to No Holds Barred, Clerks after Renaissance Man.
We don't want to grow up, cause if we did, we couldn't do Now Watch This. Boom, boom. Awesome.
Classic.
All right, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Good night.